Hey there, welcome back to my channel. You're at the Thrifty Journal Shop. My name is Amber, and today I'm going to share a big book haul that I did. Now, these are a couple different hauls. I'm going to have one that I did today, and then I'm going to have some that I got off of eBay. Because, yes, at times I like to use eBay for books, and I'll explain why. And then a few books that I'm not sure if I shared in a haul, but I'll share those. So I decided to join in on, there's a collab, Angela the Traveling Crafter. She's got a YouTube channel. I will link it down below, and it's called Bolo. Be on the lookout for. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I kind of went Bolo nuts here. I got some books. So there's this really cute little bookstore, and it's in this little town by me. It's a used bookstore. I love it. They have it in an old house. Like it's a house and they've turned it into this little bookstore. And it's all run by volunteers. And in the summer, they have like a big tent sale, and they use all their profits to help out the library and do different stuff for the community, which I love. And the volunteers are just awesome. And a lot of the volunteers are like my favorite age group. And I'm going to say this with all due respect, but like grandparents age, 80s, that age, which I love. I worked in a nursing home for over 10 years, and I was in the activities department. I used to play bingo. I used to love doing arts and crafts. And so I love that generation. I just love, I don't want to say elderly, but yes, elderly people, the little grannies and grandpas, I used to call them. So just love them down there. And they actually call me when they get in binders. So they called me and said, because I told them I was looking for Betty Crocker or Better Homes books. And so they called and they said they had one, which I thought was really cool. I've got a bunch of these binders and I really need to start doing something with them. I've thought about like listing them in my Etsy shop, just the binder, and maybe selling some stuff to go with them. They're heavy. So the main thing would be just like the shipping of them. But if you're interested, leave a comment down below. But I love the binders. I've got some different ideas I want to do with them. So they called, they said they had a Betty Crocker one. So this is the one they had. Um, oh gee, I don't know if I can find a year in here. Um, I don't see a year. But the pages like look in really good condition. Look at all the bright colors. I have another one like this that they called me about, and I swear that it's the same style, but it's different. It's so funny how even like maybe the year, oh, yes, it will change. So this was one that I went there to pick up, but I knew going there that I wasn't going to just leave with, one book. So these type of books, this was $3. Their children's books are $1, which I think is fine. One of my other favorite thrift stores, all their books are a quarter, which is great. But this, it goes for a good cause, and I'm willing to spend a little bit more. So some of their books, like this one, like the binder, like this one was $3. All the rest of their books are $1. I love Better Homes and Gardens books. I say be on the lookout for these because they, look at this picture. And then I love when you pull the jacket away and it has the same picture on this side. This would just make a great journal cover. And I love big books. I don't see a lot of big books. I don't see a lot of journal makers, at least me, make a lot of larger style books. And I personally love them. Like I'm in love. I have to zoom out. This thing is so big. I am in love with this with my glue book that I made. And it's Richard Scarry. I'm on the lookout. I've been on the lookout for Richard Scarry for a while. I didn't find any today, but these are just so nice. And I'm just thinking these are like perfect for glue books. So that's what I'm going to be doing, but I'll explain that later. So yeah, so the larger books, like don't shy away from the larger books because I think they make great journals. They make great glue books, art journals. So this book, I just love it. And I've never seen this one before. Thumb through it and it's got all sorts of really cool pages in here. Let's see what year it is. I just love craft books too. Craft book cookbooks, 1976. So yeah, and I've never seen this book before. So I was like super excited. A lot of these things you can cut out. These would just be great as journaling cards. A lot of these pictures just to add to a journal. So I have my eye on this one and turning this one into a glue book. I think it would be beautiful. So I found that one. And then the needlepoint books. I've gotten different needlepoint books there before too. And the cover is, I don't know that material. How pretty is that? Like a little stitch on there. I love the pictures in these. I've got another one that I use quite a bit. And I love pulling the pages out of here because they have all these bright colors. Like, I just think those are so pretty. Let's see what year this one is. Yeah, see, so pretty. I don't see a year, but yes. Love the needlepoint books because of all of these pictures. Just the colors, the reds, just the bright colors. How pretty is that? They make great pages and journals. And I've used my other needlepoint book a lot and put a lot of pictures. Look at those. So those are just like a great book to be on the look for. It's usually some kind of needlepoint stitches and designs. Margaret Boyles is this one. So yeah, it's a pretty nice cover too. Now this book, I'm not quite sure where I got this. I don't know. I didn't get this today, but I don't think I've showed it. The Farm Journal Christmas book. And look at that. I've never seen this book either. So I was drawn to the pictures. Look at, oh, how precious is that? And I think that this is the 70s. I know I looked 1970. Yeah, so this is an older book. This would be great for Christmas. I was trying to think how I could do what I could do with the cover because I really like how that's printed there. I thought I could do something with the cover. So I picked that one up somewhere. I'm not sure. Okay, but back to the little cute bookstore children's books. I kind of went crazy with children's books. And they had some little golden books. And I can say I have never found these. I don't own any of these. The Color Kittens. So it's a little beat up. The corners are a little beat up. But, you know, we're all about repairing. I love a challenge here. So let's see. This is the 14th printing, 1972. So some of the pages are pretty, worn, well loved, but I can always fussy cut or back it up on another sheet. I will try to salvage the papers as much as I can, which it looks like I can for the most part. So I picked up that one, the Color Kittens. Look at the back of that one. And then this one was once $8, and that can't be right. So this is a Junior Elf book, The Ugly Duckling. I didn't actually look inside. I just grabbed it. Oh, those are some sweet illustrations. Oh, looks like a pretty. Let's see what year. I don't see a year, but I've never seen this book either. So I picked that one up. And then Bugs Bunny. I love Bugs Bunny. I just sold my Bugs Bunny little golden book journal I had. So this is great. Bugs Bunny Pioneer. And I haven't cleaned these up at all. Usually I go through and I'll clean them up. 1977. And it's in great condition. I don't think there's any. Look at that bus. Oh, I love it. Bugs Bunny. He was like one of my favorites. Look at those pictures. Yes. So happy to find that. Children's books just make me happy. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about just different books to kind of be on the lookout for. Maybe books that you don't always see. Maybe thinking outside the box a little bit. I don't want to say unpopular books, but I know certain, little golden books are popular. Certain books just are popular. I kind of like to look for books that maybe you wouldn't even think about using for a journal, that maybe you've never heard of. And a lot of times I look at books and I look at the cover, and this book is just beautiful. I can peel this sticker off, but just look at the bright colors. Like this would be a beautiful art journal, glue book, and it's nice and big. I could put my soft wraparound spine. And I love it because it's got like the whole like library card thing in here. This reminds me of school. I used to have to write your name in pencil and the year, and you turn the book in. And the pictures in here, the illustrations are pretty. I mean, they don't pop like little golden books or some of the other books, but they're still cute. You could still fussy cut or use them in a glue book. So I bought it for the cover. I just thought it was beautiful. And then they had this one right with it. And how pretty is that? I love the rainbow and all the bright colors and the pink. I thought this, once again, I just had glue books, art journals. And then I just thought the inside pictures, there was a lot of color, a lot of possibilities. Look at that. You could fussy cut that. Just kind of thinking outside the box with books, that they don't have to be popular, well-known books. And maybe these are popular, well-known books, but I think these are like reading books because it says a transition level from kindergarten to grade 1. I like picking up school books, old textbooks, because the covers make great journals. So those were 2 that I picked up. And then this one, once again, I was drawn to it by the size and just the colors. I just thought it was beautiful. Waiting for Wings. And it's large. I'll zoom out a little bit. Sorry for my ring light. I've got a lot of sunlight here today too. So that's the front and the back. Then the inside, the pictures, the pages inside. I liked how they had all these different sizes here. I thought these would be great for adding to journals, or even some of these you could fussy cut. Look at the butterfly. Because in the back here, somebody had a little fun here, being an artist. So I thought, well, this page, because of all the writing, but you could save it and cut out the butterfly here. Look at that. Just how pretty are those? To fussy cut or just to add to journals. The colors. I was drawn with the colors. Beautiful. Look at that. So I absolutely love this book. Waiting for Wings. And then I picked up this one because I love Charlie Brown. He's probably one of my favorites too. It's a Hallmark book. And it looks like it's got little comics in here, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s. Just a sweet little book. Yeah, the 90s. I love it. Love Charlie Brown. So I picked that one up. And then I did find a really big one, big book. So yes, this would be a great, I'm going to turn this into a glue book. So it is a golden book. And I thought the pictures in here, these illustrations are beautiful. I love the color, the texture in here. Just beautiful. All the animals. So I was drawn to it because of the animals. And like for my glue books, the one I made, a lot of the pages I added to my glue book, they were the Richard Scarry one. Like this book, I didn't want to cover up a lot of these pages. Like I didn't want to cover this up because I just loved the pictures, the illustrations, just the color, just the beauty of it. So I just added these knowing that I was just going to leave them as is. Same with some of these pages with the birds. I didn't want to cover it up. So that's just a great idea for some of these books that maybe you just don't want to cover this picture up, or maybe you want to just add some fabric to the side and you just want to leave the beauty. That's a great thing for a glue book or a junk journal, art journal. So yes, I grabbed this one, and that one I'm going to turn into a glue book. Okay. And this one I just picked up. It's, just a fun book. Yeah, just a fun book. It's not vintage or anything, but I thought it was cute. I liked the colors. And I thought it would be great for Christmas. Just, as either like just a Christmas. I'm thinking I might do some Christmas glue books or some Christmas December dailies. Just really pretty. Just love the colors and all the animals. Unique book, something different. And then here's Mickey's Christmas Carol. I don't do a lot of Disney. I know Disney can kind of be tricky with copyright. Um, but I know I've seen it done. So this is just a possibility of a glue book also. But I love Mickey. So I'd pick that one up. Burnstein Bears. Oh, I love the Burnstein Bears. And I used to have like a lot of the soft books, but I found a hard book. Let's see what year here. 1996. So how cute is this book? Looks like it's in good condition. So I picked the Burnstein Bears, hold hands at the big mall. Oh, and I love when I find like big Christmas books. And look, it's got the Kmart sticker on there. I loved Kmart. I miss Kmart. They're all gone. So the night before Christmas. There's so many different versions of this book. 1983. I mean, the illustrations in here are just beautiful. There is some artist drawing here, but I can cover that up. For the most part, I think the book is in really good condition. So how fun would that be? I might have to start working on Christmas journals now. I picked that one up. And then here was another one. I've never seen this either. How Mrs. Claus Saves Christmas. I thought, well, isn't that cool? I didn't even really look in it. I just grabbed it. Oh, let's see. 1978. Nice. So, something different. Illustrations, they're kind of cute. Yeah, but I love the cover. The cover looks vintage to me. Look at the back. Okay, now they have a free section there. These were all free. So I picked this one up. This is the National Autobond Society. And I thought I could use the pages out of it because it has all the animals in it, which I like. 1964. It looked really good. These are kind of, they're already sort of weathered yellow, so they'd be perfect in a journal. I like the size of them. These would also be great to use for collage or tags. So I picked that one up. And then they had this one for free, and it's an encyclopedia, it's a dictionary. I love the kitty cat and the color with the butterfly, and I just thought that would be such, I didn't clean it up or anything, so we'll see, but that would be such a unique journal. Another book, The Property Of, and then it's just a dictionary. So this would be, once again, great for collage and adding to journals, glue booking, fussy cutting, all sorts of stuff. So I picked up that one. And then they had these Christmas ones, and I just loved them. I have not seen these books either. Creative Ideas for Christmas, 1986. I love the 80s. The 80s remind me of when I was a kid and growing up in the 80s, and when Christmas was just like so much fun because you were a kid, and just everything was just fun in the 80s, it seemed like. So I picked this up. It's got a lot of really cute pictures in here. Mom had a table like that with that wooden table with the skirt. Yeah, ice skating. Another idea for Christmas journal or glue book. So I picked up that one. They only had two. These are the only two. And then they had 1985. And I love the snowman with the apples. It's the back. Yeah, look at. Oh, look at her with her apron. Yeah, making popcorn garland. Oh, yes. Memories. So this would be great for journals, fussy cutting, glue books. There's a lot of ideas. I love the cover of that. And then just put a nice spine. You got yourself a glue book. Then the last free one they had was the Decorating Craft Ideas for Christmas, 1983. And then underneath the book jacket is the same. So I love that. It has some really nice thick pages, and then the recipe pages are pretty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, great book. Great book. So the last books I'm going to share here are from eBay. I like using eBay. I don't go on there often, but if I'm looking for a certain book and I can't find it thrifting, I'll go to eBay. And then it seems like I can usually get books for a really great deal, or why I like them is you can get them in a set. So I was looking for this particular binder, the Del Monte Kitchens Cookbook. I love this cover, and I've just been looking for it, and I could not find it. I mean, probably for the last 5 or 6 years, I've never come across it in a thrift store or at an estate sale. I love the pictures in here. I've seen other junk journal makers with this one. So I picked it up, or I got it through eBay, and I think I paid $2 for it, which I think is fantastic. And then the shipping was pretty cheap. So it was under $5. And I thought that was worth it, considering that sometimes I've seen the binders for $5 to $7 at times at thrift stores. So that was one I picked up. The cover is just gorgeous. And then Betty Crocker. So I made a journal out of this book, and I had a lot of interest in it. And so I went on eBay to look for more of these, and they had a bunch of them, and they were pretty pricey. So this one I got relatively inexpensive. Now, some of the pages have a little damage to them, so I might have to cut them down a little bit. I don't know. That looks maybe like mildew, so I might have to work around that. But the cover looked great, and yeah, I love this cover. So I did get this one. Then I'm going to say that this is probably the sweetest book I have ever seen. And I just came across this book. It's tiny. I can't find my ruler right now. But it's a teeny book. Because, like, look at it compared to this one. Toll House Heritage Cookbook. And they had quite a few of these on eBay. And they were pretty pricey. But this one wasn't. I don't know. I think I paid $3, and that was to even have it shipped. So it's worth it sometimes to check out eBay. It's just the sweetest book. I love the cover. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And like I said, I've never seen this in a thrift store. I've never even seen this book before. Let's see what year it is. 1980. The sweetest little book. Toll House Heritage Cookbook. Look at that. Okay. And then childcraft books. I know I've mentioned them before. I did get a set of them. This isn't even all of them, but really inexpensive. I love using these books. I like using the pages inside of these for journals, for fussy cutting. The pictures are really pretty and bright, and these make great journal covers. So I think I got 6 of them for a really good price, and they shipped them for free, which these things weigh a ton. So I thought that was excellent. And then lastly, cake books. Oh my gosh, I got 3 of these. Really great price. And like I said, Better Homes and Gardens are probably my favorite because, you know, they've got the Better Homes and Gardens cookbooks, craft books, sewing books, garden books. And this one was chocolate. And the pictures are beautiful. I love the size. I love the texture of this paper. And yes, look at that. And I'm thinking this might be a glue book too. And I don't think I've seen that one in a thrift store. I don't think I've seen any of these in a thrift store. Let's see what year this is. This was 1984. And then this one's a little smaller, but this is all Better Homes and Gardens all-time favorite pies. 1978. So these pages are a little bit thinner. This book's falling apart a little bit, but still, these would be great in a journal. You can always back these up and do some fussy cutting with these. Would make a beautiful journal cover. Love it. And then this one I love too, with the homemade cookies. I saw this one and I just thought of Christmas. I thought, oh, this would be great to use for a Christmas book. So this one is a little bit more worn in here, but still we can really pretty pictures. Beautiful. A lot of those could be fussy cut out if the page wasn't salvageable. Look at that old school lunchbox. Yes, 1975. Like real quick here, before I go, here's some other books that I have picked up. And I picked up this one just because I loved the cover with the raccoons. I've already gutted it. I've used a lot of the pages in this deer on the background. And I picked it up for the cover and the pictures, and I thought this would just be a great journal cover. I think I've showed this one before. This is Santa, Are You Real? The Snowman one I picked up too, and for the pictures, but then I thought, how great would this be just for a big glue book? It's not vintage, but they don't have to be vintage. Although maybe 90s is considered vintage now. this one, and I am going to turn this into a glue book. This book, I I think I'm keeping this book for myself. This is probably one of my favorite illustrators, Jackie Morris, the Snow Leopard. Oh, this is a gorgeous book. Look at that. Beautiful. And I've used a lot of her pictures in my own journal, but this one I'm sort of holding on to. But yeah, I'd never seen this book before. And I showed this one. This was in my old haul, but these make great just for whatever. Love the needlepoint books. And then this book is so cute. I picked it up because I love the Pioneer, and you know, Papa and the Pioneer quote. I loved the cows in the background and the pictures in here. And it's that nice square big book, and then you put a flexible spine and make it all squishy and cozy. Okay, so that is my book haul. Just picked up so many great books. I probably picked up too many. And I had a blast. I had a lot of fun today hunting for books. And so please leave a comment down below if you're interested in maybe me putting a book in a kit together in my shop, if you want to make your own glue book, or if you're interested in a glue book, because I am going to start making some because I really enjoy working in them. Art journal, glue book. If you have any ideas, leave them down below. I appreciate all you guys' comments. I hope you get outside today and do something fun. I hope you go find some books, and I hope you find some time to craft. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon. Side note, one of the volunteers that was at the bookstore today, he makes these bags and gives them out for free. I thought, how cool is that? Now, I needed a much bigger bag today for my book haul, but I thought, well, I've been looking for something to put my colored pencils in, so this is perfect.